Karen is
Fashionably late, as she should be.
Have you talked to her? You haven't talked to her? Okay. Okay.
Well, she actually called me, so.
But she told you she called you when she was drunk, so that really doesn't count.
Yeah. She was drunk recently?
Recently?
Virtual reality. Hi, I'm Danny Murphy.
And I'm Evan Real.
And it is time to discuss the DUI and the DMV.
Oh my God, yes. It's so crazy, Danny, because I honestly forgot about Karen Huger's DUI. I feel like Shannon Bedore,
yes,
she really became the face of the Bravo housewife DUI over the past several months. And yeah, I completely forgot that Karen had a DUI, but that reenactment helped me remember. What do you think of the reenactment?
Bravo. Well, bravo to the reenactment, because I was like, oh my God, because of course we had for OC Emily's Archie impression.
Mm-hmm.
Bravo gave this a whole kind of like Dateline special of Karen's DUI.
Yeah, I was surprised because I don't think we've really seen much of that before, but it definitely felt like a made-for-TV true crime 60 Minutes, something like that. I don't know. I mean, I guess because everyone forgot about it, it definitely reminded us.
That's true. You know, it's also crazy before we get into the entire Potomac episode that this week in both Orange County and Potomac, these ladies are celebrating kind of milestone birthdays.
Oh my God, they are.
Right? They're each are having their birthday parties.
Yeah, big birthday parties.
But Karen's birthday party is a little bit different because a lot of people, of course, had a lot of questions. Were you shocked at how not as shady as usual Gizelle was with Karen?
I'm going to make sure we're not going to drive by the crash site. Because can you drive by there? Is it triggering?
I was a little shocked, and it was also kind of nice to see because, I don't know, I feel like Karen, as she explained, she was in a dark place.
We are going through a lot. And I can't blame him for any of it, and I don't, but I blame myself for not speaking up before now.
She was still grieving the loss of her parents, and I guess things weren't going well in her marriage with Ray. And yeah, I don't know. I think it was really sweet of Gizelle to treat her with kid gloves in that moment.
You know what's so crazy about, not crazy, but like, you look like you take care of yourself. Yeah. But do you know what I'm saying? All the times through the years, Karen is like together. Yeah.
Because even kid gloves, but like still a little bit of shade.
Should we drive by the place, or is it going to trigger you? Now we're like, Gizelle, you know, why would you even think to drive by it?
Yeah, no, Gizelle was still putting her Jizzy G spin on the whole situation.
Well, and thank God Karen had the Andrea, I think it was his name.
Oh my God, I love
by
that.
her side.
It was reminding me of that one scene from Salt Lake City a few seasons back where Lisa had the waiter vouch for her.
She's an amazing customer, and she comes here all the time. And I just want you to know this woman's never had a drink here.
High five.
And then she was accused of setting it up. And yeah, it felt like Gizelle also felt as though Karen set this up too. She never, ever drinks. And by the way, they're drinking, we saw alcohol here. Yeah, they're drinking mimosas.
Well, you don't serve alcohol, sir.
Look at the ladies behind you drinking.
Yes. Oops. This is very planned, okay? Clearly, Karen has told this man to tell me that Karen's never out drinking, ever, ever, ever.
I know, and it's kind of like, who asked for this and who asked for this donut? It did look delicious.
The donut, yeah, was that like a special "you're my favorite customer" kind of treat? Like,
yeah, because that's what he kept on like putting on the Ritz for her.
Yeah,
because he's like, I know Karen's order. She's a great woman, salt of the earth, all this stuff.
He was putting on the Ritz for her, but that place was not. It was far from the Ritz. I was surprised that Karen even frequents a spot like that, honestly. But as someone from Maryland, I grew up there. I moved to North Carolina when I was 12, but I spent a good portion of my young childhood in Maryland. That's kind of what Maryland does look like.
And also, if I want diner breakfast, that's a place I want to go to.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? If I want French toast and eggs, I'm not like, why would I go to like...
Well, she wanted French toast, eggs, bacon, ham, like...
The Karen special, of course.
Which is what?
French toast, scrambled eggs, and bacon.
Yes. Two.
The grits, like, she got everything and more. I kind of like...
The Grand Slam for the Grand Dame.
Yeah, I admire her breakfast game.
It was delectable. And of course, we always admire the Shade Game in Potomac because I guess we're calling it Hattitude now.
Hattitude.
Attitude is all about love. It's all about style. It's all about grace. And I need for these ladies to act like they have some.
Hattitude,
Yes.
because I love that Gizelle was like, I'm going to throw Karen's party. And I think it's good the season kicked off with this because Karen knows she couldn't avoid the questions and everything for so long. And the ladies had questions.
The ladies were asking me about you before you got here, and I told him that we got together.
Oh, we did.
And we talked, and they had questions for me, but I told them I would
Ask me the
allow
questions.
you-
I'm here.
Yeah.
We were kind of shocked that of who kicked off the questions.
I know Jacqueline was the one to break the ice there, and I think that I don't know if Karen was taken off guard.
Karen, I'm so happy and blessed that you are okay and that nobody was hurt and no family was hurt or no child was killed or whatever the case may be. None of us saw what happened, so I don't feel like anybody should cast judgment.
It was just nice to see Jacqueline get in the mix in such a severe way after being sort of like a friend of a friend and then a friend of. Like, she really is building her legacy within the Potomac universe.
Because also she had a foe of a friend too for a
Yeah.
while, but now I'm glad they're back in the Met.
I know, it was nice. It was good to see that they're back together and doing better, because at the end of this, and we'll get into it, but the end of the Hattitude party, poor Miss Mia, who cares about the DUI?
I know.
Yeah. But so Hattitude.
This is a Hattitude party, not to be confused with attitude.
Hattitude.
I'm still figuring out, is Hattitude a good thing or a bad thing? Because Hattitude, it sounds fun, right?
There's some hats around the room that you will get if anyone gets an attitude. So there's a banana hat, there's a taco hat, there's a construction hat. I'm just saying. I'm just getting everybody the rules.
I know.
But then Gizelle was like, if you have too much Hattitude, I'm going to put this taco on your head and embarrass you.
I don't know what the taco element of it entailed. Hattitude, I feel, could take many layers because maybe like all the hats that they were being given looked nice and were nice, but if your Hattitude goes awry, if it's casting too much.
Right, because I guess attitude can be good and bad. If you have a good positive attitude, or if you have like a nasty stank attitude.
RuPaul and Miley's Cattitude. Some people liked it, some people thought it was bad.
Yeah, I liked Cattitude by RuPaul
fine.
and Miley. Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, it was just fine.
Do you still listen to it?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all. Not at all.
Would you rather wear the taco hat that Gizelle brought, or one of the sort of like nice Hollywood hats that she provided her guests with? I would take
Let me tell
either.
you, taco hat looked comfortable.
All of these hats over here have names associated with them. That's how the designer made them. And everybody's gonna get a hat based off the name. Okay?
It did, right?
Because those
yes.
other hats, because I know a fancy hat has to be broken in, and I don't know if Gizelle got the measurements of everyone's heads.
Because they
for
looked
it.
small for everyone's heads.
Yeah.
They were like,
And I have a big head, so I
talk
think
about like Cattitude. Like, it looked like they were fashioned for cats because the brims
Meow
of
Mix.
they were really
were-
small.
yeah.
I felt bad because I mean, as much I felt like Karen really slayed her Hollywood hat.
She did.
But it was sort of like sitting atop here,
which was
because
which is kind of like Karen's move because I feel like she rocks the
think
hat that way a
so?
little bit, but she was making the most with what she got.
I feel like Gizelle didn't get the measurements from
She
the
didn't
ladies
get the measurements.
beforehand.
She did get the mocktails.
And we have a little non-alcoholic Grand Dame. Ooh.
She did get the mocktails. Did you
Karen's
think?
face.
Did you think that was shady? We got a mocktail for you, Karen. The
Well,
Grand Dame.
I was gonna say the mocktail being called the Grand Dame. Of course, she was like,
Yeah.
every drink is in honor of Karen, but I don't think it's like I don't think Surrey County. I don't think they like source something from there to be. I think there were 3 drinks they wanted to put. She's like, put the mocktail. Let's get a non-alcoholic Grand Dame. Did you like Giselle's reasoning for it? That is when Karen is not drinking. That's when she's her most grand.
Grand Dame. It's like Karen's buttoned up persona. She wants people to think she's very grand. Non-alcoholic, yes.
I love that. I
Yeah.
thought that was a great spin to it. But it obviously Karen is being judicious with her words about the situation. She can't talk about a lot because
Read about it.
it's an ongoing case. Yeah, you can read. But what isn't clear yet, which is interesting compared to Shannon. Shannon from the very jump was like, my relationship with alcohol is changing. I only have 2 drinks per outing now. Karen is like, she's being very vague and ambiguous about it. There is a medication apparently.
Yeah.
But as far as like her personal relationship with alcohol goes and how she wants to approach drinking, we don't know, because she did say, I'll have some champagne with you
When my medication's on after.
a few.
I'm not drinking because I am on the medication, but I will enjoy libations with you very soon.
Okay, well, cheers to that.
I loved, because I know her, Stacey, she brought on Stacey, who we love so far, as a friend. But that little back and forth too, we skipped over before the Hattitudes, where Karen's like, Stacey's not wearing a ring.
You have a RHOP.
What is going on, sweetheart?
Where is the ring? Where is it?
Well, I have been separated for a year.
What?
But Stacey was drinking champagne.
She was drinking champagne, and then she was like, is it okay if I drink the champagne in front of you?
Is it okay that we're drinking in front of you? Does it bother you?
Oh, what? And why?
Oops! Karen didn't see you there. How's the water?
The water looked good, actually. That sparkling water and a little champagne float, yeah, it looks really nice. But yeah, if she wanted to sort of deflect from the DUI situation, she was asking them questions about Stacey's marriage moment, which apparently isn't so great.
So we're going through the divorce right now.
You've been married for
16 years. Oh my God. And that had a lot to do with me coming home, to be honest with you.
And she was down to talk about it. Like she wasn't really caught off guard.
No.
Like she opened up about it. I feel like she has, from what we've seen on the premiere, she has what it takes to make a great housewife. She's beautiful. She's got that on-camera experience from QVC, which we heard a lot about. She's back in the DMV as she's going through her separation. And from the previews of the man that she's mingling with in the coming attractions, he is the attraction. He is so cute to me.
You'd be like, what's his QVC? You'd be calling QVC,
No,
be like,
truly,
is he available?
I will make that first payment.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah. So I'm excited to get to know her a little bit more. But I know the Hattitude party, I thought it was going to be a lot on Karen, but like you were saying, Mia got.
Yeah.
I care for your children. You know that. And the fact that your babies were plastered all over the news really, really bothered me. And I told you.
You don't think it bothered me, Karen?
Karen and Gizelle kind of went at her together.
I think that
over and also over kids, which we know is not something housewives, of course, take lightly. But they were kind of, because like their thing is that they're kind of, she's like involving her kids because she's posting about them on social media amid this mess.
Yeah, I think, who was it that said you brought your kids into all the headlines? Was that Karen? Okay, well, Karen.
Was it from my cousin Vinny? Karen, you're just kind of like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was really not so nice, because if we right, that's when you get the taco hat, Karen. Come on now. I think that if you look back, and they did a flashback.
Jared Mountain, I saw mommy sleeping with Mr. Ink.
It was G who kind of brought up the nastier parts of the kid situation, and is that his father? Is that not his father? Of course, we're talking about Ink, the new man.
That also Karen and Gizelle shaded this episode for saying that he was standing on apple boxes to kiss her.
What's our DJ's name? DJ Applebox needed to stand up to me, Mia, in her height.
Oh, well,
and then all the angles.
You do what you got to do. I'm, as a short king myself, if you need to step on your apple box to kiss your partner, and I certainly do, mine is 6'4". Like, it just is what it is.
I want you guys to start doing the way Mia poses.
I will. I'll pose like Mia and Ink.
No, you'd be Ink, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be Ink for sure on my apple box.
There we go.
100%. But Karen and Gizelle, they were shading the apple box, but they were also shading the potential overlap of G and Ink and the way the kids saw it, because that's what G said. I saw mommy sleeping with Ink. And maybe that was true, but either way, like, to sort of question someone's parenting on camera at a big group scene for the premiere episode, it's a lot.
And it does make a lot of sense why in the coming attractions Mia is not holding back as much about Karen, because one thing, like, is it Potomac to get drunk and crash your car?
Right. Yeah, no, I feel, and the unfortunate thing for Mia and Karen is that Karen came from Mia's parenting, so I think in that situation the gloves are off, and Mia has a lot of source material to work with because there's a DUI and all these charges and an ongoing case and a previous DUI.
As Ashley, I loved Ashley every single time. She's like, second offense.
So I just kind of want to see how she's feeling.
Yeah, especially because it's her second offense, and that's terrifying to think about.
Yeah. Do you know what? I love, first of all, I love Ashley Darby so much, but she is someone who, she comes with her, like, facts gathered.
She's actively going through a separation. She's like, Monique had her binder at the reunion. She's like, I always have my binder. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And then also I think we see in a preview, Karen's like, I'm so grateful that I'm alive. And then Ashley's like, I'm so grateful that you didn't kill anyone else. Like, I do think that's what's great about Ashley is, like, she always sees both sides. And I feel like she might lean towards one take over the other. Maybe it's the correct take, maybe it's the incorrect take, but she definitely acknowledges that there are two sides to every situation.
I've always thought that Ashley Darby was the Joni Mitchell of Potomac Housewives.
She 100%
both sides now.
I wonder if Joni is also a Gemini, because I think that's the magic of Ashley's astrological composition is that she's a Gemini, so she kind of has those two sides.
Okay, I can see that for her. And a final thing that I'm excited, because I'm glad we didn't really see too much of it this episode, because I was going to be like, don't make it too fake and phony. Gizelle and Wendy getting back together. I like that they're not starting, well, I mean, everyone should get along. But I like that it's like authentic to where we last saw them, where it's like, you're invited, but... So I'm excited. I'm curious to see how they do grow to get to a better place together.
Yeah, I think they're going to take their time, which makes sense. Because obviously they've historically really hated each other. I do think, I mean, it just makes sense that with Candace out of the mix, that there is more space for a facilitation of a reconciliation between the two girls, because I think that Candace's hatred for Gizelle always ran a lot deeper than Wendy's. I'm curious, because what we know now is that Wendy and Gizelle are currently in a really good spot.
Yeah.
And so I'm very curious how this is affecting Candace, who I do miss. I do miss Candace.
You could feel Candace and Robin not being
I know.
this episode. I know.
I miss Robin too.
I know.
Yeah, but it's good to have new girls in the mix and fresh blood. I'm excited to see what Kiarna brings.
Yes.
I think she'll be fun. She also, apparently, from what we see in the preview, she also has some like crumbling marriage situations. Lots of marital strife happening.
I don't know if it's a clip. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, there's
something in that DMV water at the moment.
It's
so
the French toast.
It's in the French toast.
French toast.
Did you catch the name of the diner? I did not. I only caught Andrea's name. I did not catch the name of the
Didn't
diner.
catch the name, but we'll book a table for two sometime soon.
Yeah, we'll meet you there, Karen and Gizelle.
Honestly, please.